In today's video, I'm going to show you how to set an expiration date on your proposal or other forms in Dubsado. Hi, if you're new here, I'm Emma. I'm a certified Dubsado specialist, and I help service-based business owners streamline their client experience with Dubsado so that everything feels easier to manage in their business. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to talk about is why you would add an expiration date to a form. It can be for different reasons. With proposals, you might want to add an expiration date so that people can't submit it after a certain amount of time. And that kind of protects you in case you have pricing changes down the road. Some people use it to add a sense of urgency, to let people know that the pricing is only available for X amount of time. And sometimes people use it so that they can trigger reminders inside of the forms. I send reminders through workflows, but if you're not using workflows, you can use the expiration date and the reminders to remind people basically that their form hasn't been submitted. So the way to set expiration dates, and I'm doing this at a template level, is basically you're going to click this gear button here, which is the form settings. Under general settings, you're going to see expiration dates, and there's 3 different kinds. So no expiration, that's usually the default in Dubsado. Fixed is a fixed date. So this kind of works if you have a public proposal out there and you're launching a course or something and you want people to sign up and they have until X date. And relative is in relation to the project start or the project end date or after applied to project. And this is the one that I always use. I never use the other ones. I'm usually only using expiration dates on my proposals, so it's after it's been applied to a project. And the only thing you need to keep in mind here is that after applied to project is after the form's been added to someone's project. So if you have this set to like 7 days, you just have to keep that in mind and send the form out as soon as you apply it, basically. If you wait till 2 days later to send it out, that means they only have 5 days left. The cool thing here is that you can add reminders. So you can say 1 day before the expiration, it will send a reminder and I'll show you where to find that reminder. You can add another one and say 5 days before. I would say this is 2 days before and 4 days before, something like that. And it's going to send the same email over and over. I generally do the reminders through workflows, but if you're not familiar with workflows and you're not using them in Dubsado, you can use this feature here. And like I said, I'm doing this at a template level, but once you've applied the form to someone's project, you could come into their specific form and add an expiration date. If you want to do this just once in a while or for specific clients, it's not something you want to apply across the board, okay? So now I want to show you where to find that form reminder. It's in your canned emails. You're going to come under form reminder, and this is the email. So the thing here is you need to keep in mind that anywhere you use this form reminder, whether it's a contract, a questionnaire, a proposal, this is the same email that's going to go out every single time. So if you are using it across multiple types of forms, just keep that in mind so that you can tailor the language of the email to that. But if you're only using it for proposals and nothing else, then you can totally adapt this language so that it's very specific to a proposal. So now I'm in a contract, and if you come here, you'll see that under form settings, the same option is available. But again, it's after applied to project. If you are combining your proposal, contract, and invoice, you wouldn't want to put it on both the contract and the proposal because then they would get multiple reminders. So again, just little things for you to keep in mind. And so now I'm in a questionnaire. Same thing. If you go under general settings, you're going to find the same option. If I hit relative, it has all these different options, and then I can add reminders. So let's say you sent out a proposal to someone and they get back to you and they say they can't submit it. If I scroll to the very bottom here, there is no submit button. And if you come up to the top, you'll see this message that says this form is no longer available. That means that the proposal has expired. So if you want your client to be able to submit this proposal, this is the strategy that you're going to follow. So you're going to come into their proposal. And now you can see I'm under test project, right? So it's inside of this client's proposal. I'm not touching the template. You're going to come to form settings and you're going to put no expiration. So I had it fixed there because I wanted to simulate the expiration, but you can change it to no expiration, or you can also set it to a few days from now. If you want to give them a few more days to submit it or no expiration, it's up to you. And then you just make sure that you save and close. And now, once the client opens a proposal, they won't see that message. And if you scroll to the bottom, you can see the submit and next. And that's it. That's how you can use expiration dates in your Dubsado forms and how you can edit that expiration date after it's been sent out to a client. So I hope that was helpful. If you're new to Dubsado, I have a Dubsado 101 checklist to help you get started. It includes a checklist that takes you through all the different settings and templates that you need to start using Dubsado with your clients. For each step, I have videos to guide you. You can go to my website and sign up and download it for free. And if you want help setting up Dubsado so that your client experience is automated from start to finish, feel free to book a discovery call using the link on my website so that we can talk about what it's like to work together. I'll see you next time.